Okay, so are you ready to like totally rethink gift giving?
I am.
Because today we're diving deep, really deep into the energy behind presents.
Yeah, it's actually kind of wild how much we overlook that energetic exchange that happens with gifts.
Totally. It's just not something you think about. Like you don't get a present and think,
Hmm.
what's the energy behind this?
Right.
We've got these excerpts, and they're from this piece called "Gifts You Should Never Accept."
Ooh.
And I'm not gonna lie, it's a little intense.
Yeah, a little bit.
It really makes you think about like what kind of energy a gift could have that you should actually never ever accept it.
Right. And I mean the piece it like dives right into this idea of personal energy fields, which I think is really
Okay,
interesting.
so like everyone has an energy field.
Yeah, you can think of it like an invisible bubble around you.
Okay.
It's sort of like a dynamic space,
Ah.
and it's constantly interacting with the world around you.
So like have you ever walked into a room and just like felt the energy?
Yeah, totally.
Like it was good or bad? Is that kind of what we're talking
Yeah,
about?
exactly. Like that's energy at play.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So then how does this energy field, how does that connect to like a gift?
Well, because when someone gives you a gift, it's not just the object itself. It carries the energy of the giver.
So, okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. So
Yeah.
like that antique necklace that I inherited from my grandmother,
Yeah.
that has more than just like jewels and history, right?
Exactly. Like it's infused with her energy, her experiences with it, all the places it's been, and when you accept it, all of that gets, transferred to you.
Oh, wow. So that's why some gifts feel so good, like they give you a boost,
Yeah.
but others feel like kind of off,
Mhm.
Like that watch my ex gave me. Ugh.
Yeah. And the source like specifically warns against accepting gifts from people who use gifts to manipulate or control others. Yikes.
So like how do I spot one of those gifts? Like what are the signs?
Well, the source really highlights trusting your gut, like those instant feelings you have when you get a gift.
Like a gut feeling.
Yeah, it's like your energy field is actually reacting to the energy of the gift, and sometimes it's trying to tell you something's not right.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so if I'm getting that bad vibe,
Yeah,
do I just like turn down the gift?
you can.
But isn't that rude?
It's actually interesting because the source says it's not rude, it's more like self-preservation. You're protecting your own energy field.
Okay, makes sense.
Especially if, it's coming from someone with a history of using presents to get something in return.
Ah, so it's like a gift with strings attached.
Exactly.
Got it. And the piece it also talks a lot about the intention behind a gift and how that really matters.
It does. A gift given with genuine love and care, it feels different. It feels different from one given out of obligation or ulterior motives.
So like a gift from a friend who like really knows you well versus a gift from someone who's trying to guilt you into something.
Exactly. One nourishes your spirit and the other could leave you feeling drained. Intention is like the soul of a gift.
Okay, I love that. Intention is the soul of a gift. That's
Yeah.
that's powerful. But how do we decode that intention? Do we need to develop some kind of like psychic powers?
Well, thankfully not. The source it suggests a few approaches and the first is that, trust your gut.
Okay, get with the gut.
Yeah, like those immediate feelings you get, they're often your intuition speaking, your energy field reacting.
Hmm. What if I'm not sure if it's intuition or if I just like don't like the gift.
Well, the source also suggests thinking about the giver's past behavior, Have they used gifts to influence you before, to create obligation, or are they generally thoughtful and considerate?
Okay, so look at the bigger picture. What if? What if after all that I'm still not sure? I mean, we can't always turn down gifts, can we?
Oh no, not at all. And the source gets into that in the next section, and they talk about these cleansing rituals that can help clear a gift's energy.
Okay, I want to hear about that.
Yeah.
Before we move on, though, could you maybe expand a bit more on these different types of energy a gift might carry? I'm picturing like positive, negative, and maybe something in between.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to think about it. You have gifts that carry positive energy, the ones that make you feel uplifted, joyful.
Oh, like when my best friend got me that book that I really wanted. I was so excited about that.
Exactly, exactly. And then you have gifts that carry negative energy, the ones that leave you feeling drained or burdened, even if the gift itself is something you might typically like.
Like that really expensive gadget my aunt got me that I just knew she went into debt for.
Yeah.
Ugh, felt terrible.
And then there's a whole spectrum in between, right? Some gifts might carry a more neutral energy or a mixture of positive and negative, depending on the intention behind them.
That's wild. It adds a whole new layer to gift giving. I can't wait to hear more about these cleansing rituals you mentioned. But for now, let's take a quick break and then we'll come back and we'll dive deeper into this world of energetic cleansing.
So welcome back. Before the break, we were talking about all that energy, like the different kinds of energy a gift can carry.
Yeah, and I'm still like processing this idea that a gift can actually have like positive energy or negative energy. It really blows my mind.
Well, yeah, it's a lot to think about.
It is, it is. But you mentioned something about cleansing rituals, like rituals that can actually clear a gift's energy.
Right, yeah. The source actually it gives some really practical advice on what to do with those gifts that have that negative energy or even like conflicting
So
energy.
like even those gifts that you can't really refuse, like what do I do?
Right.
Like if it's from a family member
Mm.
or my boss, like help.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the source really emphasizes setting like energetic boundaries.
Energetic boundary
Yeah,
rules.
even if you can't physically refuse the gift, you can still like visualize this protective barrier around your energy field. Imagine that any negative energy from the gift is being filtered out.
So it's like a shield.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I
Right.
like that. Okay. But what about the gift itself? Can we actually like cleanse the gift?
Yes. And the source talks about a few different techniques. One of them is smudging.
Smudging?
Yeah, have you heard of that?
I've heard of smudging, yeah, but I never thought to use it on a gift.
Oh, it's great. Basically, you use the smoke from burning herbs like sage or palo santo, and you pass the gift through the smoke. And as you're doing it, you set the intention to purify the energy of the gift.
So it's like you're kind of like energetically cleansing it with the smoke.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Are there any other methods? Because like I don't know, I don't always have sage on hand.
Yeah, right. Well, another one is using moonlight. The source suggests leaving the gift like under the light of the full moon and just letting it like absorb that cleansing energy.
Oh, that's lovely. Like a moon bath for your gifts.
Exactly. It's very gentle, but it's really powerful.
Okay. And what if those feel a little too woo woo for some people? Are there other things that they can do?
Oh, totally. The source really emphasizes the power of intention, just holding the gift in your hands and visualizing it, being filled with positive, loving energy.
So I can just like imagine good vibes going into the gift.
Yeah, like you're consciously infusing it with your own energy.
Okay. Okay. I like that. That feels very doable. But what happens if even after all of that, a gift just doesn't feel right?
Yeah, sometimes despite our best efforts, a gift just doesn't align with our energy. And the source says that it's okay to
Like,
release.
so like donate it
Ah,
or regift it.
exactly. But it's not about like rejecting the giver, you know, or their intentions. It's just about recognizing what serves you, what serves your highest good.
So holding on to a gift out of obligation, even if it feels like energetically draining, that's not good.
Right, exactly. Like holding on to anything that doesn't resonate with you, it creates clutter. And it creates clutter physically, but also energetically. And the source talks about how letting go actually creates space for new positive energy to come into your life.
That makes a lot of sense. So what about regifting? I've always felt kind of iffy about it. Is that okay?
The source actually talks about that too, and it says that regifting can be a wonderful act of generosity as long as it's done with the right intention.
So it's not just like getting rid of something that I don't want. It's like I actually think this would make someone else happy.
Right. Yeah. The key is to cleanse the gift energetically before you pass it on. Make sure that you're not like transferring any of that unwanted energy to the next person.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't want to pass on any bad vibes. Okay, so we've been focusing a lot on receiving gifts,
Mm.
but what about the giver's side? Like how can we be more mindful of the energy we're putting out into the world when we're giving gifts?
That's a great question. And you know what? The source actually it highlights that too. It really encourages us to think about the recipient. their needs, their preferences, and to choose gifts that align with our genuine desire to
Mm.
uplift them, to support them.
So instead of just grabbing the first thing I see, like put some thought into it, make sure it comes from the heart.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it reminds us that it's not about the monetary value or like how impressive the gift is. It's the thought, it's the care. That genuine desire to connect, that's what really matters.
So even a simple like heartfelt card
Hmm.
can be more powerful than an expensive but impersonal gift.
Absolutely. And the source, it actually gives this really simple but profound exercise. It says, before you give the gift, hold it in your hands and visualize it being infused with love, with joy, with blessing.
That's lovely. I love that. It's like a little energetic ritual.
Exactly. And it can enhance the whole gift-giving experience for both the giver and the receiver.
I am. I'm going to start doing that. That's such a beautiful idea. So as we move into the final part of this deep dive, let's talk more about how this awareness of energy can actually transform our whole approach to giving gifts.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the deep dive.
So we've been talking about this whole energetic exchange thing with gift giving, and I have to admit it's really got me thinking differently about gifts. Yeah, it's definitely a different way of looking at it, right?
It is, and I'm really intrigued by this idea that even our thoughts and intentions can like infuse a gift with energy.
Yeah, and that's a key point that the source makes, right? It reminds us that gift giving is a form of energy exchange, and we can consciously choose to imbue our gifts with positive energy.
So it's not just about the object itself, but it's about the energy that we're giving along with it.
Exactly. The source talks about this beautiful concept of energetic blessings where we
Yeah.
intentionally send like positive vibes, love, good wishes to the recipient along with the gift.
So it's like adding an extra layer of care and intention. Like when my mom writes those really heartfelt notes in birthday cards.
Exactly. That's a perfect example. Yeah. Those words, they carry her love and her energy, and it makes the card so much more than just a piece of paper.
It's true. It's true. So the source is encouraging us to do this with all of our gifts, whether it's through a spoken blessing, a written message, or even just like a silent visualization.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it's really about like, just taking that moment to infuse the gift with your good intentions.
I love that idea. Okay, so let's talk about the receiving end of things now. Like how can we be more mindful of the energy that we're accepting?
Yeah, so the source talks about this concept of conscious acceptance.
Conscious acceptance.
Yeah, so it's about like actively choosing to integrate the gift's energy into our lives rather than just like passively receiving it.
Okay, so it's more than just saying thank you. It's
Yeah.
it's like being present, being aware of the energy exchange that's happening.
Exactly. It's acknowledging the giver, their intentions, the energy that they put into it.
Okay, so even if a gift wasn't given with the purest intentions, our conscious acceptance can help shift that energy. Wow.
Yeah, the source actually suggests techniques like visualizing the gift being surrounded by white light or setting an intention to only absorb the positive energy and releasing any negativity.
That's really powerful. It feels like we have like more control over the energetic exchange than we might realize.
Yeah, absolutely. We do. And this actually brings us back to the idea of releasing gifts
Yeah.
that no longer serve us. That's another way to transform energy.
Yeah, yeah, we talked about donating, regifting. But what about those sentimental items that we feel like we have to keep, even if they're like energetically draining?
Right. Yeah. The source actually addresses that, and it suggests this really beautiful ritual of gratitude and release. So you hold the item and you express gratitude for the memories, for the lessons that it represents, and then you just consciously choose to let go of its physical form.
So it's like honoring the energy of the past, but not letting it like weigh us down in the present.
Exactly. Yeah, and sometimes like the best way to honor a gift is to allow it to move on, and maybe bring joy to someone else.
This whole conversation has been such a gift, truly. Like I
Hmm.
I feel like I'm seeing gift giving in a whole new light.
Yeah.
Is there anything else from the source, from gifts you should never accept, that you think our listeners should know?
Yeah, the source leaves us with this really powerful reminder, and it's that true generosity is about giving freely without any expectation of reciprocation. It's about coming from a place of abundance, a place of love, recognizing that the greatest gift that we can offer is our authentic selves and our heart-filled intentions.
What a beautiful way to end this deep dive. I think we can all benefit from bringing more awareness, more intention to our gift-giving experiences.
Absolutely. And when we understand these energetic dynamics, we can create more meaningful connections, we can uplift the people around us, and we can cultivate more positive and vibrant energy in our own lives.
I love that. Thank you so much for joining us on this really fascinating exploration of the energy of gifts. We hope you've gained some valuable insights that you can take with you on your own gift giving journeys. And until next time, just remember that every gift is an opportunity to create a more conscious and joyful world.